Well, I was interested to see that you say I don't toe the party line, and I'm very proud to say that's because we're usually right. And right at the beginning, we said that this lockdown would achieve very little, and the knock-on effects of it, which I mentioned before, all the other patients who didn't get treated, etc., that this would actually be a disaster. This study has been really interesting because it shows that there was only about 100 people, if you extrapolate those figures, in the UK who died because of a lockdown. And if it hadn't been, rephrase it, only 100 people would have died of COVID had it not been for the lockdown. And here you also have to bear in mind that the COVID figures, the people who died only of COVID, out of 150,000 which are down there registered, it's only about 17,000. So it may even be less than that. And we already know that we're talking between 50,000 and 700,000 of people who are going to die or have died as a direct effect of the lockdown, either because they didn't go to the doctor, they didn't get screened, etc., for all the other conditions they've had. So I am delighted and slightly surprised that this is so definitive across America, Britain, and Europe, and that right from the very beginning, I trusted Angus, who was the Swedish equivalent of Whitty, who said that we don't need to lock down over this. We just need to give advice and let people be sensible amongst themselves. And I and everybody else who signed the Great Barrington Declaration, we were absolutely adamant in our beliefs and our experiences from our relative disciplines that this was the right thing to do. But oh no, it was bulldozed. We know from our own lockdown that, it was totally unnecessary in retrospect. You could see that the death rates were falling off a cliff 4 days before we actually introduced our lockdown. And so we really all, I believe, suffer terribly for no justification at all. I'm just delighted such a definitive, authoritative study has been done, and that hopefully from this we will never have to suffer hopelessly useless lockdowns ever again.